Hello my loves and welcome back. And if you're new here, then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. So today we're going to do a yoga practice for our hands, and just to help see if it relieves any pain or tension or stress, because we are kind of handsy now in our lives, and especially with our phones and our keyboards. So we're going to do some yoga for hands. So I want you to come into a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. You can be sitting on a bolster, on a block. You could be sitting on a chair. Up to you. Once you find that comfortable position, I want you to think about your hands here. You can lay them on a table, you could lay them on your lap, or you could have them in front. And I just want you to just open and close. Just do some mobility here, opening and closing the palms, fingers in, making a fist, and then opening. And as you open, I want you to think about opening as much as you can. Squeezing in and opening out. And I want you to do a few with the thumb coming in and out, and then some with the thumb coming kind of on top and then out, so that you're getting both here. We'll just do a few. We're going to limber up our fingers here, limber up through the knuckles. And then just take a little fan, a little move around of the fingers here. We're going to come into our second exercise, and that's going to be fingers touching. So you're going to bring the index finger and the thumb to touch, then the middle, then the fourth, and then the pinky. Pinkies are a little bit harder. And then you're going to go backwards from the fourth finger to the middle finger to the index finger, and just walk along here. And I want everyone to see if it can come in on its own. So sometimes when we bring the fingers in, they bring another one with them, and usually that's the fourth finger, at least for me. Sometimes my little finger wants to come with it, it will start coming in. So just notice if that's happening for you. Apparently it's my little finger that's a problem today. And only on the one side. I don't know what that's about. Next time we come to the index finger, we'll give it a pause, give it a little shake. So the next one I'm going to call sock puppet. And I love sock puppets because they're kind of fun. But I want you to think about, you have your little sock puppet on here. You have your little sock puppet is on here, and you have your little mouth. But you're going to lay your sock puppets like they're sleeping, and then suddenly they wake up. They wake up and they try and bite the inside of your elbows. They're trying to chew something on the inside of your elbows here. And just doing a little chew, 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 chew. So it really helps the outer portion of our wrist here. And it helps stretch along the top portion of your hand, really getting into some of those areas. Especially if you do a lot of work on your hands and your knees. As a yoga teacher, if you do a lot of work on your hands and your knees, this one feels great. Little sock puppet trying to chew the inside of your elbow. The visuals help. Visuals help. And then again, chomp, 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 and relax. Give it a shake. Give it whatever you need. Whatever you need. All right, so the next one, we're going to bring our fingers in to touch. Steeple. Bring the right hand down to something, whether it again is your lap, table, a chair, maybe it's a block here, but interlace so that the fingers stay down and the hand is supported. And then just a massage through, using the thumb pad to massage through the meaty portion of your thumb here. And just massaging it through here. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can also do this, which I will share in this video. But this is one way, and sometimes if you're dealing with hand issues, this can already be a little bit tricky. And then we're going to switch and do the other. So again, you're supporting the fingers here, you're supporting some of that, especially the index finger. You want to make sure the index finger is supported here. Make sure your weight is supported and just push down through that thumb pad. Using the fingertips or the thumb tip to massage through that area. And it's always a good idea to support when you're massaging any area. Do a couple more. And relax. So the other way that you can do that without using your own thumb pads is to use a tennis ball. You can just bring your hand on top and just roll around on a tennis ball. That sometimes feels nice too. So it's a tennis ball free practice today, so no tennis ball, but just in case, quick tip. All right, the next exercise, we're going to do finger pulls. Not that kind of finger pull. So one hand is going to be your pulling hand, and one hand will be the hand that is being pulled. You take your hand and you're just going to pull, but you're going to massage through the finger as you're doing it. So you're kind of pulling, but pulling back at the same time. So pulling, but massaging through the fingers, and do each one almost like you're trying to get a ring off your finger, and you're just kind of wiggling it off. You're just wiggling it off there. And you can do the thumb too. You can do the thumb too. And do the other one. Pulling at the same time. It's like you're trying to wiggle that ring off and pull it all the way back. And you may want to do this a couple of times, especially if you feel a little bit of tension on one finger or your thumb. Give it a little shake. All right, the final thing that we're going to do today is we're going to do a stretch. We're going to stretch our knuckles here because we do tend to be in this position quite a lot now on keyboards. Now the temptation here is to just take the fingers and just pull them back. There's a better way of doing it. It takes a little bit longer, but there's a better way. So we're going to stretch our knuckles, and to do that we're going to rest the arms here, and you can rest the forearms on a block, on a bolster, on countertop, whatever you have. And you're going to have the fingers kind of pointing somewhat down here. Take your other hand, grab a hold of the lower third of your finger here. So your fingers are separated into thirds, right? Grab a hold of the lower third and just gently pull that back. Pull that back with your thumb and your index finger. And then with your third and your fourth finger, you can extend. Because the temptation here is to just pull that finger back from the fingertip. What I want you to do is instead, think about it coming from the base of your finger, where your knuckle and your finger connect, and then extending the rest if it wants to. Because this bit is the bit that we're thinking about, the extension here. Release that, and then we'll do the middle finger. Can you extend your middle finger? I bet you can. I bet you can. Release, and then we'll do the fourth finger. Again, you're supporting the finger here. You're supporting your fingers. Don't just pull back from the end of your finger. Pulling from the base, from your support. And then we'll do the little finger. Support the base. Great, and then we'll do the other hand. So thumb doesn't really you can't really grab a hold of it to pull it back far enough because of the webbing between your hands. So we're just going to do the fingers. Again, we'll do the other side. Finger and thumb, grab the lower third, pull it back, and then with your other fingers, extend the index finger. Release, middle finger. Oh, a little bit of a crack for me there. Release, fourth finger. This one's a little trickier to extend and lengthen. So I'm providing support at the base near the knuckle, and then the other fingers are just straightening the finger out. Release, and then the little finger. So I'm supporting the whole of the finger as I'm doing this. I'm not just pulling back from the top. And release. And then just take a few little opens and close, just like we started. How do you feel? How do your fingers feel? Do you feel different? Ready to take on the world one finger at a time. Rest your hands to your lap. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. One more big deep inhale. And a loud exhale. Resting here. Body, mind, heart, breath. Fingers and hands. Balanced as one. Namaste.